More than 21 years on since Arsenal last had a new... More than 21 years on since Arsenal last had a new man at the helm. Unai Emery begins his tenure as head coach here at the sun-soaked Meadow Park this afternoon. With Arsenal up against National League side Boreham Wood, with whom the Gunners of course share a close affinity. Several key first-team squad members absent today, but it's still a very strong 24-man squad that Arsenal field, including 2 of their 5 summer signings. So, Peter Cech in goal, and as we understand, Jordi Asay, Tutu, Hector Bellerin, Socrates and Konstantinos Mavropanos as the back 4. Joe Willock and Ainsley Maitland-Niles as the 2 players who expect to play in central midfield, with either Alexandre Lacazette, Reiss Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe in advanced midfield with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front. Of course, Lacazette and Aubameyang can very much interchange as well.
First goal of the Unai Emery era. One quick look. Needs to devilish finish into the corner. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the man who scores it. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 1.
Well, he's wasted no time in showing us what he's all about. Wonderful Henry-esque curler into the far corner. Lacazette went over to celebrate and just clapped him. Just applauded his teammate. Wonderful technique. Keeper no chance, and that nestles into the top corner. What a start.
Super piece of skill there from Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Found himself a little bit sold short and moved the ball beautifully. And here's another chance for a sweeping Arsenal counter-attack. Lacazette to Smith-Rowe to Aubameyang, all on one page quite brilliantly. Lacazette back to Nelson. Tries to feed through the 1-2. Still Lacazette goes. Fine block with a super run from Ainsley Maitland-Niles. What a goal. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 2.
Well, that goal was all about Maitland-Niles. Interplay with Reiss Nelson, and then he just danced past one player. Very confident play from Maitland-Niles. Looked up, picked out his teammate Aubameyang coming in the far post. He won't miss those.
To Bellerin, back to Reiss Nelson, another player impressed with his first team opportunities last season. Another appeal for a penalty, and this one is a penalty. Really intelligent run as Nelson cut back in for the 1-2. Slap with Craig Ross's gloves as he tries to prepare to keep this out. Former Borussia Dortmund man. Record signing, of course, surpassing Lacazette last season. Can he get that hat-trick? The answer is emphatically yes into the corner. A rocket of a penalty. It's like Harry Kane at the World Cup for England, right into that top left corner. No chance for Ross. It's a hat-trick for Aubameyang. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 3. Joe Willock. Might have a pop this time. It's 2 shots from distance from Joe Willock, one I think with each foot. Neither's got particularly close to Craig Ross's goal. In front of our vantage point, takes the ball around Ferrier with ease, but Arsenal give the ball away again. And here is Ferrier. Could have gone down, stayed on his feet, fine run. Cech's interception was vital actually. As Balanta was waiting to poke the ball home. For the first time, Peter Cech has earned his corn in this game. Now Emile Smith-Rowe with a delightful jink as he takes the ball over the top of the Wood defence. Wonderful through ball. Aubameyang looking for number 4. Oh, caught in 2 minds. The cross shot. Lacazette waiting, and it was neither in the end.
Yeah, should have been 4-0.
Here is Lacazette, delays his cross. Will this be number 4? Oh, what a wonderful goal! Reiss Nelson gets onto the score sheet, he's in on the act with number 4. Brilliant play from Lacazette down the right-hand side. A flowing team move, and Arsenal do hit 4 in the first half at Meadow Park. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 4.
But it started with Smith-Rowe and his intervention on the left. Good defensive work from him. Lacazette made progress down the right, and as we see there, just wonderful technique from Reiss Nelson. The cross was slightly deflected into his path, but so cool to bring it down in his chest. And then the volley into the top corner. That first touch set it up.
Not by say Tutu showing his skills this time. Balanta again. Woodwards again. Socrates. Safety first. Arsenal fans like that. Kind of reminiscent of the old days with bold Keown Adams and co. strong header. That was a decent effort. It was Tom Champion who rose highest in the midfield with a powerful connection, and Arsenal's defenders didn't really get too close there, did they?
The Champion's just hiding behind Balanta there, but he times his jump perfectly.
An example that you can't ball watch, and you've got to make sure you do stick with your man. All over the top. Here come Boreham Wood. Another decent delivery. A couple of times now that Boreham Wood defenders have snuck between Arsenal players, and probably should have done better with the finish, but a million miles away. Crunching tackle, and a perfectly fair one from Stevens to dispossess Maitland-Niles. He didn't like that. He was charging back himself to try and win the ball back, didn't do so. Here is Ferrier up against Socrates. He's still going, is Ferrier. That could have easily been a goal as well. Just ended up splitting Murta and Balanta, did Morgan Ferrier. But it's end-to-end because here come Arsenal on the counter-attack. Aubameyang to Lacazette. Surely Lacazette will go himself this time and score with effortless ease. And Alexandre Lacazette is up and running for the new season as well. It's 5 for the Gunners under Unai Emery in his first game in charge. The sweeping counter-attack finished brilliantly. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 5.
Incredibly, it could have been a goal for a number 9 at one end, but it's a number 9 goal at the other end.
Strong second half team this for Arsenal. Just shows that strength and depth. Mkhitaryan tries to flick one through. Ren Adelaide just saw it late. Perez is hungry for the ball and chased it down and kept it in play. Did well. Lucas Perez. Ren Adelaide again. The player went away on loan and has come back to the club with his future a little bit up in the air. And there is number 6. He's been scored by Eddie Nketiah. We talk about the predatory ability that the young striker has. Just ghosted into the near post. The chance didn't even appear to be on. Nketiah took it in the blink of an eye. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 0. Placement keeper for the second half. Done better a few minutes ago this time. He did well. Arsenal still hungry for a 7th though. Great turn from Ramsey. Mkhitaryan cries of shoot from the crowd around us. Arsenal fans in their own front of us intensely. So again Arsenal go for number 7, Perez this time with the shot deflected just wide. It's therefore Arsenal throw. Mkhitaryan thought about a shot for a second there. He was shaping up a curling effort. Good block from Chambers. One-touch football. Perez to Ramsey to Ren Adelaide. Jeffrey Adelaide! What a strike from the Frenchman, back at the club and back in business in terms of goals. He's hungry for a future. Boy, did he show it there with a super finish from distance. Jeffrey Adelaide's first of pre-season. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 7. Matteo Guendouzi, the 5th Unai Emery's new signing so far. He will be making his Arsenal pre-season debut. Welcome to the man wearing 29. Listen to the applause. Brilliant to see him get his chance. And Jeffrey Adelaide, the man to come off, has done so well. I think he's proved his point. Kolasinac. Oh, lovely back heel from Nketiah, and that's a sensational goal from Henrik Mkhitaryan. His first of pre-season. Played with a barnstorming run, an impudent back heel, and a cultured finish. Boreham Wood 0, Arsenal 8.
Pass from Kolasinac, just a little.
Free Finney has seen enough, and he's seen 8 goals. He's officiated across a strong Arsenal performance, we can safely say. Much changed teams, 23 different Arsenal players getting an outing over the 90 minutes here on Arsenal.com. And 8 goals in total, 5 from the first half team, a brilliant hat-trick from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and goals from Reiss Nelson and Alexandre Lacazette. And from the second 45-minute team, Eddie Nketiah with a goal and a brilliant assist for Jeffrey Adelaide, and Henrik Mkhitaryan a nicely taken strike as well. 8 goals in total. Emery is up and running. Arsenal are up and running for another season. So far, so good. Full time at Boreham Wood. It's the Wood 0,